I'm going to start this off by saying this is my female perspective of how to attract a woman and potentially be in a relationship. If you don't want a relationship, if you want to go your own way, if you want to be a loner, this video is not for you, okay? I believe the only way to actually learn the opposite sex is through the experience with the opposite sex. So you're only getting half the pie if you're listening to a guy tell you how to attract a woman. I have my own experiences, I have my own knowledge and my own perspective on men. So I'd love to share that with you, and hopefully it makes your life a lot more seamless when it comes to women. The first one is the most important, okay? I'm going to talk about this in my perspective. I'm not going to tell you what to do, what not to do. I'm going to just tell you how I feel about them, okay? The first one is detachment. I personally don't like when a man is obsessed with me in the most weird way. And there's a lot of you on here that are so weird and obsessive. No woman likes that. No woman wants that. Detach yourself. Seriously, detach yourself. This is where we start calling men simps. There's no reason for you to think there's only one fish in the sea. You have options. Act like it. You know, like that's the first impression, kind of. You know, it's not necessarily an impression if you're not meeting them, but the detachment. There's no need to be so attached to someone if you're not even dating them. You know, give yourself connection with yourself. That way you can actually understand what you want and what you don't want as a man, okay? That's all I'm going to tell you what to do. Connect with yourself. And I think that goes for anybody, man or woman. Connect with yourself, right? Self-improvement. Don't try too hard. You know, this attachment stuff, when a guy feels attached to a woman, he seems to try too hard. Like, he's texting too much, he's questioning, he's nervous. Like, what? My biggest thing is, why are men scared of women? You know, the whole power dynamic with men and women, men have become a little more scared, in my opinion. And I don't feel like a man should be trying too hard. I feel like if a man is going up to a woman, it's a yes or a freaking no. You don't need to convince this woman, okay? You don't need to try too hard. If she's not interested, she's not interested. In today's society, it can be very confusing to see if a woman is actually interested. Don't play these games. Don't play these games, okay? If you want to show this woman you're interested, definitely go up to her. Give the first impression. Don't attach yourself. Don't try too hard. If she says no, if she looks like she's uninterested, giving close-ended answers, keep walking. Be like, okay, like, that's fine. Have a nice life, you know? When a man is able to walk away from a woman without feeling scared, without feeling anxious, or without feeling like he's failed, I promise you that woman will find you 50% more attractive by walking away. I promise you. Because we expect that obsession, we expect that attraction already. You know, if a man's coming up to us, we're like, oh, just another guy, I guess, you know, I'm attracting another guy. And then if you're acting like that, and the man is just like, all right, fine. If you're not interested, he walks away. That's where the woman is like, oh, maybe he's not actually that bad. Maybe he was actually interested in me. Maybe I should give him a chance. See that reverse psychology? There's no need to play these games, okay? You have options, act like it, right? I mean, I think the best way to go up to a woman is to not see it as an approach, to see it as an opportunity for her to meet you. If you're going up to a woman, it shouldn't feel like an approach, right? You're not cold approaching a woman. No, she's getting the opportunity to meet you. And if she doesn't like it, you walk away. Like, simple as that. You know, it's that mindset shift where you shouldn't be scared. You know, I don't want a man to be scared talking to me. And if he is, it just doesn't seem, you know, even if he's attractive or even if, you know, he has the good intentions, it's just, I can't explain it. It's the female psychology. The third one, I've been saying it constantly, but you have options. Act like it. Seriously. To say that women are the prize now, men, you have so much value. You bring the table to the table, okay? The fact that you even go up to a woman, the fact that you go up to a woman creates the relationship. It creates that connection in the first place. Most women don't go up to men for the first time, right? They do. They do. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But men usually make that initial approach or that initial conversation, right? You have options. There's no need to corner a woman. Jeez, it's my sister. There's no need to corner a woman just because you find her so attractive and you're just trying to really pin her down. Like I said, no woman wants to be fully obsessed over like that, especially when you're not dating yet. Like, it's very weird. If you don't know her, there's no need to obsess over her. Don't give her that pedestal, because then she's gonna run with that pedestal forever. Forever. It's gotten to this point where women are on pedestals without even having a pedestal. You know what I mean? This one is a great one. Okay, this one can go for anybody, man or woman, but I think men don't have as much style sense. I feel like you guys can do better with style. I don't know, that's just me. Women have a lot more with aesthetics. But with men, oh my God, if you just wear clothes that fit you, like tailored, not wearing a suit, not wearing designer. You don't need to wear the best clothes. You could wear Walmart clothes. As long as they fit you. Fit. Like fit. Not loose. And also not wrinkly. Present yourself. And darker colors always mesh well with women. Women see darker colors like dark navy blue, brown, black, tan, these darker greens. They're much more trustworthy colors. And it's a psychology. I'm not trying to tell you what's right or wrong. It's psychology. So if you're wearing a tailored fit outfit, if you're, wearing clothes that fit you and they're darker, the chances of a woman looking at you are much, much higher. Much, much higher, even if you're not even looking for anything. Okay, you can go to the grocery store and just wear a whole Gymshark outfit, right? That's not designer, but if you're wearing clothes that fit you well, a woman is more prone to look your way because she's looking at fashion sense. Women naturally look at fashion sense. We're not looking necessarily at how much money it's worth or the brand or, we just want to see how you style yourself. How confident are you in your closet? When you go to pick something out, are you like a little boy or are you a young man that's distinguished and able to create an image for himself for the world? I don't like the way I just said that, but it's the truth. It's female psychology. We want to see that, you can dress yourself. Like, simple as that. And fit clothes that fit is it's a secret I've learned, especially from being in little modeling shoots. They fit the clothes on you in the modeling shoots because that's what looks good. It looks good. Like, you shouldn't be wearing these oversized things or, a t-shirt you were wearing in high school or the 90s, get some new clothes. It doesn't have to be expensive, but get clothes that fit you and represent your personality. Some bold, dark colors so that it represents trust and overall cleanliness, I guess. Just a clean shirt is great. Yeah. And then the last one is how you see yourself. This is a very, for each person, to each their own type of deal. A man with confidence obviously is more attractive, and same with women. A woman who is confident is more attractive. It doesn't matter what you look like, right? It's how you perceive yourself. It's how you see yourself. If you're able to tell yourself, you are abundant in women, you are abundant in money, you are abundant in the areas of your life. Like, you don't have anything to worry about. You can figure it out. You're a problem solver. You're not stressed. You're not anxious necessarily, but you are, focused. Focused, and you're able to tell yourself that you're doing enough, right? A woman can see that. A woman sees that. I see that. When let's say I'm in the grocery store, right? And there's a guy who's just pushing a cart, and he's trying to figure out his meal plans for the day or the meal plans for his week. He looks focused. He's not looking at me. He's not looking at cashiers. He's not looking at anybody else, but he's focused on his meal plan. The fact that a woman can see what you're doing and plug it in, if she can plug in what you're doing great. You're doing wonderful. You're doing wonderful. Like, I swear, if you're walking around in this world and women can pinpoint what you're doing, I mean, that's great. I think that's great because it just means you're focused. It doesn't leave her questioning. Don't get me wrong. Mystery is great. It's great to have a mystery as a man, but I'm saying with confidence. With confidence. I say the grocery store because I feel like most women are the most confident in grocery stores, and I'm not going to label men as unconfident in grocery stores, but if a man is in a grocery store by himself, he looks like he's focused, like, straight up. You know what I mean? Women can see that and respect it. But the mystery, now I already went to my last hack. Obviously, there's way more tips, way more hacks that guys can take from me because I have so much perspective on this. Like, mystery is another one. Okay, I'll just put a little bonus one in there. Leaving a mystery. We do want to know what you're up to, but if we can pinpoint your every move, especially when you're talking to us, if we can predict what you're going to say, if we can predict where the conversation's going, now that can be the tricky part. Mystery is where it's a mind game at that point. You're not just being mysterious for a woman, you're kind of just doing that for yourself too. You don't want to have the whole world know what you're doing, first of all. Like, you don't want to be exposed to the world. I don't know. But having a mystery in yourself as a man is definitely attractive, and women, we see that as something of a challenge, almost. Like, we were like, is this guy too good to be true? I kind of want to find out. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. Like, it makes that little question in our head if we even want to figure you out, right? Because that's the fun part, is figuring out a man. Same with a guy. The fun part is figuring out a woman. And this is where I conclude the video. The only way for men and women to understand each other is through relationships with each other. If we continue to divide, if we continue to go our own way and be feminists, good luck, Charlie, right? Like, there's no way this world will be balanced if we're constantly going against each other. You're only getting half the pie if you're listening to a guy telling you how to attract a woman, and same with women. If women are just listening to other women attracting men, it's only half the pie. They don't know what a man wants. Same as a guy. A man doesn't know what a woman wants. So here's the balance. I believe there is balance in my content, and I really want to provide value. I hope that this helps some people. Please let me know if this helps you, and ask me any questions if you want to know more, or if I should go more in depth with it, because this was my perspective, this was my experiences, and I'm sure this is how a lot of women think too. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you later. Mwah.